What's going on, my Central Unit Galaxy? Is the Central Man here. So this is my review of WWE Elimination Chamber 2021. So the show kicked off with the opening match. We got the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Winner faced Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship later on the show. The contenders in the Chamber match, we got Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and King Corbin. For me, this is match of the night. They told good stories. They took some risk. People, I think they're going through the pixie glass. Cesaro was the MVP in this match. Because he, you can tell Cesaro did like the typical Cesaro stuff, like the swing and the European uppercut. The two first guys started this match was Daniel Bryan, Cesaro. Two guys from Ring of Honor. Bryan Danielson versus Claudio Castagnoli. Because they wrestled in Ring of Honor. I think Cesaro did wrestle in Ring of Honor because he wrestled in Chikara. I think he did. I think I watched a Daniel Bryan documentary. They were because WWE had the library tapes of Bryan and Cesaro because they did wrestled in Ring of Honor. I think they did. Anyway, Cesaro one time, him and Sami, they were fighting on the structure of the chamber, the metal fence of the chamber wall. Cesaro pushed him off, and he did like the pull-ups onto the metal chain fence of the Elimination Chamber. I like that. It's kind of funny. It's not on the same level as John Morrison did, like the move off the top of the structure onto Sheamus. That was a decade ago at the 2011 Elimination Chamber match. I like that. That was a oh my god goodness. Because it was not very high, but this is like the second place. Takes the silver medal. Anyway, King Corbin worked on the leg of Daniel Bryan. The knee kind of slammed him into the chamber pods. Sorry, I kept saying cell pods. Kind of like worked on the leg of Bryan in the bulks of the match. Kind of wrenched his leg into the ring post. I'm not a big fan of King Corbin or Baron Corbin. I think this dude's overrated in my opinion. I think his push is so far since he got called up to the main roster. Got put in the United States title on him, the Money in the Bank briefcase on him, King of the Ring, and become the authority figure. Yeah, I think he plays that character down well, but I think his stuff came off more annoying. He's just, he get heat, but there's better people get better heat off it better than him. He's just an average guy in the ring, just basically an average wrestler, He's the first person got eliminated. Cesaro kind of, he basically did the Cesaro swing onto Corbin and then kind of locked him in the sharpshooter. Corbin tapped out. The reason why Cesaro is using the sharpshooter, since he was in a tag team with Tyson Kidd. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. The second person got eliminated was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was funny in this match. Not a big fan of Sami Zayn's character. His recent, his heel character for recent years since he turned heel in 2017. I find it's I think some of his stuff came off so annoying. That's just me. I think in this chamber match, he's kind of funny. Like the female referee basically kicked out his camera crew because he's doing like this kayfabe documentary. He said this is a conspiracy, injustice. Every time the 5 second expired until the next person came out of the chamber, the chamber pods. Yeah, and then the lights go do 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 do. He shouts like not me, not me, not me, not me. Corbin was going after Sami. Sami kind of blocked his door of his chamber pod, and then Cesaro got him from the other side of Sami's chamber pod. The second person got eliminated was Sami Zayn. He got eliminated by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens hit like basically some cannonballs, and he did one off top of the cell pods, the chamber pods. God, why I kept saying cell? He hit him with on the top of one of these chamber pods. He really hit everybody with the stunner. I call it the KO stunner, not the Stone Cold stunner, because he's not Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's Kevin Owens. He hit Sami with the KO stunner. I'm going to call it the KO stunner. onto Sami to eliminate him. It makes sense, you know. I don't think the World Championship material, you know, he's not really a World Champion material for both Corbin and basically Sami Zayn. He's more of a mid-card guy, that's just me. Kevin Owens got eliminated third. He got eliminated by Jey Uso's doing Roman Reigns' bidding. Still part of the family. He basically trapped Kevin Owens' arm into the front door of the chamber. Super kicked him, hit the frog splash to eliminate him. He did it to Cesaro. He was the fourth person got eliminated. I was shocked Cesaro was the fourth person got eliminated. I think this will be the final two. It'd be funny if they did, like, because Bryan and Cesaro started out this match. I wish the final two would be Cesaro and Bryan to end this match. Unfortunately, that's not going in that direction. Cesaro trying to hit Daniel Bryan with the swing. He locked the swing with the injured knee of Bryan. Jey Uso super kicked Cesaro, hit the frog splash, eliminated to get some heat. Final two were Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso. In the end, Bryan hit the running knee to win this match and face Roman Reigns later on the night for the Universal Championship. I'm not a big fan of the winner of this Chamber match will face Roman Reigns later on the show. Unfortunately, it was not later on. It's just after the opener. It's really caught many people off guard. You know, I wish they'd just save Bryan and Reigns at Fastlane instead of, you know, let's have this match on the right now on the same show. Save it at Fastlane. You know, Reigns versus Bryan for the Universal Championship at Fastlane. Anyway, so yeah, the next match is Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. It was a short match. Bryan locked in the I think it's the yes lock or the LeBell lock. Man, I wish they'd just keep it as the LeBell lock. I don't know why they changed basically Daniel Bryan's submission hold. You know, I understand why they did it in 2012 because he's off his gimmick, because back in 2012 he's doing the yes gimmick and then the no gimmick, and then he changed it to the no lock. I wish that just at this moment of time just keep it as the no lock. Anyway, so he locked the submission hold on Roman. Roman basically powered his way out. Sorry, I'm stumbling. He basically got out of the submission hold. He kind of hit some punches onto Bryan and then locked him in the guillotine to win this match and retain the Universal Championship. In my opinion, like I said, they should have saved it at Fastlane. You know. Anyway, so afterwards you got Edge came out of nowhere, speared Roman Reigns, and I'm guessing it's going to be, you know, Roman versus Edge for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. And by the way, this year's WrestleMania is going to be the same as last year's WrestleMania. It'll be a two-part WrestleMania. I'm guessing they're not going to do TakeOver Tampa. I wish they do TakeOver Tampa. I think they still do TakeOver Tampa, probably the week before WrestleMania. Fingers crossed. So, I'm fine with seeing Roman versus Edge. You know, I think WWE is doing quite well doing this redemption storyline for Edge because he never lost the world title way back in 2011 because, you know, he was supposed to defend the world title against Alberto Del Rio in the ladder match at Extreme Rules. Unfortunately, Edge faked the title due to injury and forced of an early retirement. He was 37 years old. He was in his late 30s. Right now he's in his I say late 30s. He was 37 at the time, so, you know, he's about 46, soon to be 47. I think he's not too late. I think Edge is in good shape. I want to see Edge beating Roman for the championship at WrestleMania because, you know, his career kind of ended in an anticlimactic way with the neck injury. You know, the spinal stenosis, whatever the shit is, you know. But, you know, I think Reigns' title reign is nearly at an end, you know. I think Edge be the one to defeat Roman. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of part-timers, sick of part-timers in the world title picture, but for Edge, I'll be okay. I'll be fine giving Edge one more title reign. I think his title reign will be his last, and then he'll probably retire for pro wrestling and focus on his acting career. So, anyway, the match between Reigns and Bryan, it was an okay match. It was a short match, but the Chamber match for me, match of the night. So moving on to the next match. The next match, we got a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley defending the belt against Matt Riddle, and John Morrison. It was supposed to be Lashley, Lee, and Riddle for the United States Championship. Unfortunately, Keith Lee was pulled from the card due to injury. On the kickoff show match, they did like a four-way match, going into the triple threat match later on in the main show. That was Mustafa Ali, leader of Retribution, Elias, Ricochet, John Morrison. Morrison won that match. He's basically, the replacement of Keith Lee in this match. Lashley, he's a beast. You know, he's the fucking Dominator. You know, no disrespect for Mariusz Pudzianowski, you know, the strongman from the 2000s, you know, World's Strongest Man, 5 times winner of the World's Strongest Man competition. Anyway, Lashley just dominated this match. You know, he kind of rammed Morrison into the ring post. He did like this suplex, or I think it was an Uranagi suplex onto the floor. MVP was escorting Lashley in the ring. He was holding a crutch. And the commentator said that MVP suffered an injury. I don't know if it's true or not. Hope it's a short-term injury. Wish MVP a speedy recovery. Riddle and Morrison hit like their finishers. Riddle hit like I think it's called, the floating bro, and Morrison hit the Starship Pain. Figures on Lashley. I think they kicked out the finishers. Lashley in the end locked in the Hurt Lock onto John Morrison. I like the name Hurt Lock because they're part of the Hurt Business. MVP's the leader. Lashley, what's it called? The director of operations? Was it direct officer? I don't know. I wish he'd be called as the direct officer of Hurt. You know, get it? The part of the Hurt Business. Anyway. Lashley locked the Hurt Lock onto Morrison. Riddle grabbed one of MVP's crutch and smacked Lashley in the back with the crutch, pinning John Morrison to win this match and become the new United States Champion. I'm not a big fan of Riddle winning the title. This is his first title since he debuted in the WWE. I'm not a big fan of Riddle. Matt Riddle, whatever, I'll call him Matt Riddle, but he's a good wrestler, not these people who shits on him for, you know, talking shit towards Goldberg. I don't like the gimmick of, you know, the bro gimmick. It came off a bit cheesy and goofy. That's just me. You know, everyone has the title of their opinions, but I'd rather have Lashley dropping the title at WrestleMania. I think this could still do Lashley versus Lee, but I wish they'd just done it for the title. Save the title change after WrestleMania. Lashley held the title since the summer of 2020. He won the title at, I think it was at Payback, so it's basically, I checked it on Wikipedia, it was like August, September, October, November, December, January, and February, about 7 months. I wish they hold it much longer. That's just me, but anyway, it's a good win for Riddle. But it's a really fun triple threat match. So moving on to the next match. The next match is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax taking on Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Bianca Belair. The match was a good match. It was a slightly good match. They hit the moves. The ending was a bit goofy with Reginald. Reginald's basically, I don't know, Carmella's Slade, her servant, because Carmella's, doing Carmella's new gimmick. Reginald basically offering Sasha Banks a glass and a bottle of champagne. I'm very confused. In the end, Nia basically cheap shot Sasha, hit the smoke drop to win this match, and both Nia and Shayna retained the women's tag team titles. It was it was a slightly good match. But I think Reginald brought this match down, in my opinion. Why they did that, it'd be really good if Reginald turned on Carmella. I think it's going to happen. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a fan of Reginald. I don't know, is he good in the ring or not? Don't know. I said in my predictions video that I thought Bianca Belair is going to turn on Sasha on this match. on the show, and then basically turned heel, and basically gonna face. It's gonna happen. You know, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Whether it's Sasha's the heel or Blanca's the heel, sorry. You know, it's one or the other. You know, I think I don't know if they're putting the rocket strap onto Bianca. I think she's a good talent. You know, I think Sasha hold the title since October. I can see her dropping the title at Mania. So, yeah, moving on to the main event. The main event, we got the Raw Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre defending the belt against Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Kofi Kingston, former WWE champions, in this match. It was a decent chamber match, but not on the same level as the earlier chamber match from the opener. Basically, the first person got eliminated was Randy Orton. He got eliminated by Kofi Kingston. That was a bullshit moment. I thought Orton would be in the dying moments in this match, the final four. Unfortunately, that's not going in that direction. Orton got pissed off. He basically hit RKOs onto Kofi and Jeff Hardy. I thought he was going after AJ Styles. Here's the funny part. He had Omos, AJ Styles' bodyguard, basically rip open AJ Styles' chamber pod. He basically escaped the chamber pod and really re-entered the chamber via the front door. And then basically AJ is basically the next person in this chamber match. They'll go into that rivalry between Drew versus Sheamus. I think it's going to happen. Because they both got like Celtic backgrounds. Because Drew's Scottish and Sheamus from Ireland. You know, both the Celtic and Scottish mythology. They're in the same mythology of Celtics. You know, go and look it up. The Celts. You know, I'm trying to say. You know, they fought the Romans way back in a long time ago. Anyway, so yeah, not a lot of like risk going into this chamber match. And also the one criticism in the in today's chamber matches in today's WWE, they changed the metal floor of the chamber match. You know, every time, because I don't like that. You know, changing the metal floor of the chamber match. It's kind of like it's super handicapping the chamber match itself. I know it's completely watered down because we're not going to see blood in today's chamber match in WWE, but I like the structure of the Elimination Chamber, but removing the metal floor of the chamber itself, it's just like, that's really the fun part. People want to get their flesh smashed into the metal floor of the chamber. To see that replace just a normal floor of the chamber, is, for me, it's a massive disservice in today's Elimination Chamber match, in today's WWE product. You know, I like the original chamber structure from the Ruthless Aggression era into, you know, in the PG era, going into until 2017 they changed the design of the Elimination Chamber itself. Anyway, let's get back to this match. Second person got eliminated was, I think it was Kofi Kingston, got eliminated by the Bro Kick. Jeff Hardy, he was about to hit, I think it was Styles or Drew with the Swanton Bomb. No, it wasn't Drew. I think it was AJ Styles with the Swanton Bomb. But instead he hit the Whisper of the Willow from, he's trying to hit the Swanton Bomb off one of the chamber pods, but instead he hit the Whisper in the Wind off the chamber pods onto Sheamus and Drew outside the ring. He got eliminated by McIntyre with the Claymore kick. I like the Future Shot DDT more, that's just me. Sheamus was the third person got eliminated. No, not third. Fourth person got eliminated, sorry. He got eliminated by, I think it was Styles with the Phenomenal Forearm. I thought it's going to be, you know, Drew versus Sheamus, the final two. That's just me, but instead the final two was AJ and Drew McIntyre. Drew hit, I think it was the Claymore kick onto Styles to win this match and retain the WWE Championship. Like I said, I think it's going to be Drew versus Sheamus, probably at WrestleMania. The chamber match itself, it was decent, but not on the same level as the opener. But it told a good story. Yeah, it was focused going into the rivalry between Sheamus versus Drew. I think because they never fought before, Sheamus versus Drew. I think that's good. Had some potential because they were best friends over 20 years. Afterwards, you got Lashley beating down Drew McIntyre, locked the Hurt Lock onto Drew, and then all of a sudden the Miz came out of nowhere because there was one segment. You had Miz talking to MVP. I'm guessing Miz basically paid Lashley to beat down Drew, and yeah, Miz cashing the Money Bank briefcase. I think hit the Skull Crusher finale onto Drew McIntyre to win this match and become a two-time WWE champion. His first world title win since 2010, almost 11 years. People will be pissed off of seeing Miz winning the WWE Championship. I think the problem is I liked seeing Miz winning the title. It's been a long time, way overdue. They should have did that. Push the Miz world title win way back in maybe 2016, 2017, or even 2018. But seeing Miz winning in 2021, a decade after his first win when he cashed the briefcase on Orton, the Raw after Survivor Series, it was like shocking the world. But I think the one problem is, in this show, it was the wrong pay-per-view at the wrong time. This was before WrestleMania. I'd rather see Miz basically cashing the briefcase at WrestleMania or the Raw after WrestleMania, but not a pay-per-view before WrestleMania. That's just me. It's better than Otis cashing in, winning the title. If they did that, that'll be, God, Jesus Christ, that'll be telling a different story. So anyway, my final rating for Elimination Chamber 2021 is I think I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. This is another good show. The two chamber matches deliver. I think match of the night has to be the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. The triple threat match for the United States title was fun, and the women's tag team title match was good. It was slightly good. It was slumped down into a 3.5 stars because of Reginald. Besides that, nothing bad, but the only thing in the okay has to be Roman versus Bryan for the Universal title. I don't really put Miz, Drew in a good or an okay or even a bad. It didn't do nothing for me. For me personally, in my opinion, I think I'll put it in the okay for me. So I still give it 8 out of 10. It's still a good show. We got one more pay-per-view before this month is out. That is AEW's Revolution. Can't wait. So the prediction video will be this Thursday. Stay tuned. So hope you enjoy my review of WWE Elimination Chamber 2021. Sorry, I already did 2011. Sorry. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos, Marvel videos, game streams, live streams, and more. What's your thoughts on of the 2021 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view? And click the notification bell. And this is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.